of a scattered weekend over in EFL League 1, as of course only a handful of games took place, but we have a new team in the automatic spots alongside Sunderland. Who are they? I'll tell you next. That's right, folks, back once again with another prediction video today. We're looking forward to match day number 7 in EFL League 1, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new, where you been? Smash your subscribe and hit your bagger today with all things League 1 related, Blackburn Rovers related, World Football League. We're going to all here under one rooski. That's right, Accrington Stanley have squeaked up into the top 2, boys and girls. If the season was to end today, they'd be in the bloody championship. Of course, we'll take a look at that in a minute, but before all that, a brand new Patreon, boys and girls. Let's take up, it's hot off the press as well. Literally, as I'm recording this video, a big shout out to Connor Medlin. Well done, you have become the latest member of the Patreon gang. You are my brother from another mother. Big shout out to you, sir. I do appreciate love. Thank you for your support. Of course, get involved if you want to join Connor and the gang, brotherhood from another motherhood. Get involved, and of course, we will be chatting over the next few days, Connor. Of course, I'm gonna elaborate on the Patreon. We're gonna have new stuff. You're gonna have access to data, Prediction League data that you wouldn't even believe it. And of course, we're going to figure all that out over the next few weeks, of course. But anyway, big shout out to Connor. Thank you for joining the gang. If you want to join Connor and the gang, check out the link down below, patreon.com/Roverseas. We are going to jump in. I'm starting with League 2 background. It's all right. It's all right. We're going to go into the League 1. And I'm going to slide just like this. You won't even notice. Whoosh, there you go. Change the logo. I've got some other gubbins going on. What is all this mumbo jumbo going on here? Let's get rid of all this stuff here. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. There we go. Let's get into it then. Let's not muck about and have a little look at, of course, last time out over in League 1. Accrington Stanley, of course, got the big win against Shrewsbury to go second in the bloody table. Would you ever believe it? I went the 2 to win myself. Not too shabby. Bolton Wanderers picked up a 0-0 draw against Burton. Of course, we probably could flip that around. Burton picked up a 0-0 draw against Bolton. Big point for them. Bolton, of course, maybe sees this as a missed opportunity to close in on some points teams above them. Cheltenham against MK Dons was a 1-1 draw. 2-1 win was my pick. Not too shabby there. Crewe was postponed. Doncaster postponed. Gillingham was postponed. Fleetwood postponed. Lincoln City postponed. Portsmouth postponed. Sheffield Wednesday postponed. Wimbledon, of course, did pick up a win against Oxford. I went with the 1-0 win myself, and it was a 3-1 win. Of course, Wycombe also was postponed against Ipswich. So those all games will have to be played another time. So what's that done to the table? Well, here we go. As you can see, Accrington Stanley up there. Look at that. Fantastic. Burton are breathing down the necks, of course. But, of course, teams like Sheffield Wednesday, Wigan and Pompey have also got games in hand to maybe close in and, of course, change that up a little bit. But a good account for themselves, Accrington Stanley. Just 2 defeats for them this season. But, of course, they would be taking on Sunderland this week in, of course, a first versus second crunch clash. And, of course, a win there would probably put them in the consideration. Maybe, just maybe, bloody Accrington Stanley can actually do this. Of course, down further table, Doncaster are in trouble. Crewe also in trouble. And Shrewsbury are in trouble. Ipswich need to get their shit together, spend a lot of money, and they're just not getting the results at the moment. But of course, things could change. Things could change dramatically. I do anticipate Ipswich, Lincoln, Charlton all to start climbing the table very soon. I do anticipate Morecambe to start dropping down here. I do anticipate maybe Cheltenham also start dropping off a little bit, and a lot of the other times. So it's surprising how it looks at the moment, but of course it's not going to be like that at the end of the season. Let's take a look at the leaderboard for the prediction week. About that, there you go, have a look at it. Just a couple of points. I would have been up there top alongside a lot of these guys. I'm not even going to read out the names because there's a whole bunch of you, but of course Frosty's up there alongside the chasing pack, so I do appreciate loving the guys in there. Alan MC, look at him, he's a blast from the past. I haven't seen his name in a while, but he's there. And of course Connor Medlin, there he is, new patron. Much love. Big shout out to the Connor Medlin superstar standout. Of course, let's take a look at the overall leaderboard. Here we go. We are looking at Deepak the Great, and he could be the great at the end of this one. Currently a couple of points ahead of MCO back and Russell Frost. Thanks, Weller. Look at Connor Medlin up there as well. Well done to you, sir. You've just given me extra incentive to encourage you to get more points. Come on, Connor. You got this, son. You got this, laddie-o. Do appreciate the support again from the main man patron. We've got a couple of other patrons in here. And, of course, we're going to start showcasing them with a if you remember last season with the icon, that's going to come back probably next week. So, yeah, enjoy it. But anyway, if you want to get involved with the old Prediction League right here, right now, Cutley4/League 1. You can use this savvy code. It will get you right to the situation. You can put in your data. It's free to go. And here we go for the next one. Let's not muck about, guys. Let's not muck about. We're going to have a little look at the next one. Of course, starting off with that first up against second crunch clash. It's Sunderland. It's Accrington Stanley. It's at the Stadium of Light. Of course, played for the 6 times in 2019. 4 wins to Sunderland, 2 draws, no wins to Accrington. So this is, of course, a bit of a monster clash for Accrington. They're coming to this back-to-back wins for Accrington. Meanwhile, Sunderland comes to 3 wins on the bounce. And last round, in Sunderland, ended up as a 3-3 draw. Goodness gracious me. Of course, so a 6-goal thriller there. Heading into score, Sunderland beating the likes of Blackpool and Wycombe. Meanwhile, actually coming to us on the back of wins against Barrow and Shrewsbury. Barrow in the Football League trophy. They did this to Milton Keynes Dons not too long ago. The bookies odds on this one we'll see. It's probably Sunderland red hot favourites 13-8 on for the victory. 3-1 is your draw. 92 is your away win for Accrington Stanley on this one. I'm going to go with a win for Sunderland, of course, 2-1 win. Unfortunately, Accrington Stanley, well, there are games you can win. There are games you can tie, but this one is one I think you're going to lose. I'd love to see you win. I'd love to see you win. And meanwhile, Burton, they're going to be taking on Gillingham, of course, on Saturday, September 11th. Of course, played each other 15 times in 2009, 6 wins apiece, 3 draws. Of course, the biggest win for Burton over Gillingham was a 3-0 win. The biggest win there was a 4-1 win. Last time around, of course, over in Burton was a 1-1 draw. Burton coming to this on the back of 4 games without a win. Gillingham coming to this 2 wins out of 2 defeats in the last 4 games. Of course, last time around, of course, Bolton coming in. Burton drew with Bolton last time around. Prior to that, they lost to Milton Keynes Dons in the Football League trophy. Gillingham did beat Colchester in the Football League trophy. They also lost to Shrewsbury last round in League One. Bookies odds on this one we have 11-10 on is your Burton, of course 5-2 is your Gillingham, and 12-5 is your bloody draw on this. Type 1 this one, going to go with the hosts on this 1-0 win in the end. Cambridge will take on Lincoln City though this weekend. Also, what was it called? What do they call it? The stadium? I can't remember. I don't know. It's lost me anyway. Played for the 16 times in 2002, 4 wins apiece and 8 draws. Of course, the biggest win for Cambridge over Lincoln was a 2-0 win. The biggest win was a 2-1 win. Last round, of course, over in Cambridge was in 2018 in League 2. It was around about December time. It was a 2-1 win for Lincoln. Lincoln actually unbeaten against Cambridge, stretching all the way back to 2013 when they both were in the National League. Of course, heading into this, Lincoln beating Bradford in the Football League trophy. They also lost to Oxford, though, of course, prior to that in League 1. Meanwhile, Cambridge comes in with a big win over Oxford in the Football League trophy. They also beat Bolton as well. So they've got a bit of momentum going in with them at the moment. The odds of them 70-10 is your win for the hosts. Of course, 6-4 is your away win, and 12-5 is your draw. I'm going to go with a 0-0 draw on this one. Point split right down the middle. Charlton Athletic take on Cheltenham in the Battle of the Seas. That's right. Of course, locking horns again. Also, this coming Saturday, played the 1 times in 2016. It's 1 win out of 1 for Cheltenham. That was of course a 1-0 win in Cheltenham in the League Cup back in August 2016. I don't know what league Charlton were in. They might be in a Championship club at that time. But they come into this Cheltenham 50% form, just 1 win out of the past 5 games. Meanwhile, Charlton back-to-back wins, maybe if they of course moving in the right direction. Those back-to-back wins include wins over Crewe and of course a heavy win over Crawley in the Football League trophy. Meanwhile, Cheltenham come to this without a win in a while. Their last win was against Gillingham in the Carabao Cup, of course. I think it might have been on penalties. Look at the odds on this one. What do we have on this one? We have Charlton coming at you. The 2019 on the eye. Favourites 5-2 is your 14-5 is your away win. That's Cheltenham on this. Going to go with a 2-0 win for Charlton. Take it to the house and take the 3 points with you. Morecambe, of course, up against Wimbledon. This could be a relegation 6 points at the back end of the season. We'll have to see. So we must win these games. Played each other 10 times in 2011. 4 wins for Morecambe, 3 for Wimbledon, and 3 draws. The biggest win for Morecambe over Wimbledon was a 5-2 win. The biggest win for Wimbledon over Morecambe was a 2-0 win. Last time around, of course, at Morecambe was in 2016 in League 2 was a 2-1 win for Morecambe. They've actually unbeaten the last 3 games against Wimbledon. Last time they lost was in 2014 at Wimbledon. Of course, heading into this though, Wimbledon, of course, picking up wins against, they're actually unbeaten in the last 4 games, picking up wins against Northampton, Oxford and Portsmouth in the Football League trophy. They also drew with Ipswich. Meanwhile, Morecambe, of course, have been at a good start to the season. Also followed that up with a win against Sheffield Wednesday just the other day. So a good, strong win for them to give themselves a good chance, a realistic chance of staying in this division for this season. Looking at the odds on this one, we have Morecambe 7-4 for the victory, 31-20 is your Wimbledon, 11-5 is your draw. 2-1 win for Morecambe on this one. I'm taking it as well, giving them the 3 points and giving them a chance to boost their chances of survival. Ipswich up against Bolton, of course, 2 teams you would think should be in the Championship. Played each other 26 times since 1996. 12 wins for Ipswich, 7 wins for Bolton, and 7 draws. 5-0 win was the biggest win for Ipswich over Bolton. A 4-1 win was the biggest win for Bolton over Ipswich. Of course, last round over in Ipswich was a 0-0 draw. In fact, the home side hasn't won in this match since 2017 when Ipswich beat Bolton, of course, over at Portman Road. Heading into this last time round, of course, heading into this back-to-back draws, so Ipswich picking up draws against Wimbledon and MK Dons. That's the Wimbledon double. As for Bolton, they come to us on the back of an unbeaten run of a couple of games, beating Port Vale in the Football League trophy. Also drew with Burton, of course, just the other on the weekend. Look at the odds on this one. Type 1, 23-10 is your away win. 23-20 is your home win. 12-5 is your draw. Smells like a draw. I've gone with a 1-0 win though. That's right. With Ipswich finally getting moving. They spent a bit of money. Of course, and I think they will start hard to see the proof that they put in the end. Brought Sam Morsey back. How mad is that to team up with Cook? Anyway, MK Dons against Portsmouth this coming weekend. The place of the 14 times is 2,000. 6 wins for Pompey, 4 wins for MK, and 4 draws. The biggest win for Milton Keynes was a 3-1 win. The biggest win was a 4-1 win. Of course, Milton Keynes coming to this on the back of a 5-game unbeaten run. Meanwhile, Portsmouth back-to-back defeats for them. Last round, though, these two sides played at the Stadium MK. Was a 1-0 win for MK. That was back in April 2021. The away team hasn't won since 2018 when Portsmouth beat Milton Keynes at the Stadium MK as well. Portsmouth have run into this match, sees them without a win in 3. Of course, last time they won was at home at Fratton Park against Shrewsbury. Meanwhile, Milton Keynes Dons come into this unbeaten in the last host of games. Last time they lost was, of course, match number 2 against Sunderland at Stadium MK. Big wins against Charlton, Accrington, Burton, and a couple of draws against Ipswich and Cheltenham. Well, they have a fantastic start to the season. 13-10 is your Milton Keynes Dons, 2-1 is your Portsmouth, and 23-10 is your draw. This is tight. I'm going to go with MK Dons on this one, 2-1 win to take it. Moving forward, we have Oxford up against Wycombe. This is a bit of a local rivalry. I think this is quite close geographically. Played of the 20 times in 2004, 8 wins for Oxford, 6 wins for Wycombe, and 6 draws. The biggest win for Oxford was a 3-0 win. The biggest win was a 2-1 win. Last round, of course, between these two sides, at the Kazam was in the League One playoffs. Was it the final? It was the final. It was at Wembley. 2-1 win for Wycombe. Saw them got promoted. However, last time played at the Kazam was a 1-0 win for Oxford back in December 2019. They beat them back-to-back times at Kazam. Meanwhile, heading into this, Oxford coming to this on the back of back-to-back defeats, losing to Wimbledon and Cambridge, of course. Meanwhile, Wycombe coming to this on the back of a loss against Aston Villa's Youth. They also lost to Sunderland as well at the Stadium of Light. Last time they won was in the Canterbury Cup against Stevenage, of course, to get through on penalties. Look at the odds on this one. We have 23-20 is your Oxford, 23-10 is your Wycombe, and 5-2 is your draw. Tight. Going to go with a 2-2 draw on this. Meanwhile, Plymouth taking on Sheffield Wednesday over at the southwest coast, of course, over in England. These two sides played the 14 times in 2003, 6 wins for Plymouth, 4 wins for Sheffield Wednesday, and 4 draws. The biggest win for Plymouth over Sheffield Wednesday was a 4-0 win. The biggest win was a 3-1 win. Last round, of course, over in Plymouth was a 3-2 win for Plymouth. That was in League One. That was, of course, back in 2010. Wow, we were. They actually got back-to-back wins for Plymouth over Sheffield Wednesday. So they won them back-to-back last round. That both these two sides were in League One together. Plymouth coming to the back of a bit of a rough run of fixtures. Without winning 3, losing to Newport County in the Football League Trophy. Losing to Swansea City in the Canterbury Cup, also drawing with Fleetwood. Sheffield Wednesday come to on the back of a win against Newcastle United's Youth. They did lose to Morecambe, though, last round in League One. Bookies odds on this one. What do we have on this? We have 21-10 is your Plymouth, 11-8 is your Sheffield Wednesday, 11-5 is your draw. Sheffield Wednesday are your favourite team on this one. Favoured, 2-1 win. That's what I've gone with as well, to take it to the bank. Next up, of course, Rotherham up against Fleetwood Town, of course, coming this weekend. Of course, Rotherham, okay start. Fleetwood not too great at the moment. 7 times they've played each other since 2012. 3 wins for Rotherham, 2 wins for Fleetwood, and 2 draws. The biggest win for Rotherham was a 3-2 win. The biggest win was a 2-0 win. Last round over in Rotherham was a 2-2 draw back in December 2019. It's been a while. In fact, the last time the away side won this match, the away side has never won this match. So whoever's at home has been favoured. Of course, there's been a couple of draws over the course of time, but no side has won the away match, stretching all the way back to 2012. Maybe before that. Who knows? But of course, heading into this, Rotherham picked up a win against Doncaster Football League Trophy. 6-0 win. They beat also Doncaster in the league. 2-0 win as well. So back-to-back wins, back-to-back clean sheets. Meanwhile, Fleetwood coming to us also on the back of a win against Leicester City Youth in their Football League Trophy as well. They also picked up a draw against Plymouth as well. The odds on this one, 5-3 on is your Rotherham, 30-5 is your draw, 11-2 is your away win. Fleetwood Town. I think they're in trouble, Fleetwood Town. 2-0 win for Rotherham for me on this one. And then final 2 here, Shrewsbury Town up against Crewe. This is a relegation 6 point. I don't know why I'm laughing. So relegation 6 pointer already. These two sides played each other 20 times since 2003. 9 wins for Shrewsbury, 7 wins for Crewe, 4 draws. The biggest win for Shrewsbury over Crewe, 3-0 win. The biggest win the other is a 3-1 win. Last round, of course, over in Shrewsbury was a 1-0 win. It was the EFL Trophy. It was earlier in the campaign. Of course, I don't really want to read into that too much. I mean, last time played in the league, over in Gay Meadow or Shade, whatever that is, Meadow Lane, whatever it is. 1-0 win for Crewe it was back in February 2021. Of course, Crewe coming to this on the back of a 1-0 win against Shrewsbury in the Football League Trophy. However, prior to that, they lost to Charlton and Leeds in respective games without scoring a goal. They've only scored 1 goal, I think, all season, and that was against Shrewsbury in the Football League Trophy. So scrap that. They did score a goal in the opening game against Cheltenham, but they only scored 2 goals so far out of a whole handful of games. Meanwhile, Shrewsbury also in a bit of trouble as well, trying to find the back of the net. They do come into the back of a loss against Accrington. Prior to that, they lost to Crewe. They did beat Gillingham not too long ago to get their first win of the campaign. Bookies odds on this one. What do we have on this? We have 6-5 is your Shrewsbury, 23-10 is your away win, and 12-5 is your draw. I'm going with a 0-0 draw. It smells like it. It smells like a stinking draw. And then finally, Wigan up against Doncaster, who are also struggling at the moment at the foot of the table. Wigan also want to get moving in the right direction. Played each other 9 times since 2002. 4 wins for Wigan, 3 for Doncaster, and 2 draws. The biggest win for Wigan over Doncaster was a 4-1 win. The biggest win there was a 3-0 win. Last last time around over at the DW was a 1-0 win for Wigan. Of course, when Wigan actually won 4 in the bounce against Doncaster. Last time they lost was back in 2016 at the Keep Moat. Of course, coming into this, they did lose to Wolverhampton Wanderers on penalties in the league trophy. Prior to that, they won back-to-back wins against Bolton in the Calibre Cup, also against Portsmouth. They also actually won 3 games on the bounce, actually. Charlton as well, stretching all the way back. Well, of course, Doncaster coming to this on the back of, oh my days, oh my goodness gracious me, what has gone wrong with Doncaster? They've looked terrible. They've 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games without scoring a goal. 6 games without scoring a goal, losing to Sheffield Wednesday. Accrington Stanley picked up a draw against Pompey, lost to Stoke in the Gallagher Cup, lost to Rotherham as well, and also lost to Rotherham in the Football League Trophy. Quite concerning. No Coppinger. Of course, it just looks it's doom and gloom at the moment. Doncaster are in trouble at the moment. 20-11 on. Wigan are your red hot here. It's 5-1 is your Doncaster. 3-1 is your draw. 3-1 win. Giving them a goal. I don't know why I'm doing that. 3-1 win in the end to take it to the bank. That's it, my boys. That's what I think. Of course, that will happen this match week. Be sure to get your picks in using the savvy code CUTLEAGUE4/League1. Free to enter. Get involved and see who becomes the prediction king last round. Next time you see me, we will talk about the predictor of the month award. There's a predictor of the month award. We'll talk about that next time. I will have a bit more time to figure that out. Smash your thumbs up, smash the old subscribe as well. Check out the links down below on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and of course Patreon. If you want to join the brotherhood from another motherhood, just like Connor Medley, to become the latest member of the Patreon gang, check out that link down below, patreon.com/RoseCaesar. I do appreciate it, Connor. You are a superstar. You are the star of the show today, Connor Medley. Thank you very much for becoming the Patreon. That was hot off the press. As I sat here live, he became in as the patron. So I do appreciate the love and thank you for the support. Until then, see you soon. Until then, we are done.